When Chris Packham shows up in your village, it's usually for something wild. This time, 2 schoolgirls, a homemade mouse farm, and a plan to save one of Britain's tiniest creatures. 13-year-olds Eva Wishart and Emily Smith have spent 2 years breeding harvest mice in their garages. Today, with Chris Packham at their side, they're setting 250 of them free in a Devon nature reserve.
It's not every day that you get an email from 2 young people saying that they're doing something enormously imaginative, innovative, and that might make a real difference for conservation. You know, it's bold and it's brave, and they put an enormous amount of time, effort and energy into it. And also they're working with harvest mice. And harvest mice are, I'm going to use the C word, they're cute. They're extraordinarily cute. And they were once very numerous and played a very important role in the ecology of the UK countryside. But in the last 50, 60 years, the intensification of agriculture in particular has meant that their numbers have crashed, and they're not there surviving, having a happy time as a harvest mouse, or being eaten by kestrels and barn owls and weasels and foxes and everything else. And that's part of that job. When we are trying to rebuild ecosystems, it takes all sorts.
The Chris Packham, it's been amazing. He's legendary, as you say. That's, amazing and unbelievable. And saying goodbye, well, they're going to a much nicer life, even though they won't have wheels anymore, which is obviously a great tragedy. But it'll be much better for them, so that's good.
And just explain how this whole process came to fruition.
So I think 3 years ago, we went to Derek Gasbury Wilding Place, where he breeds native endangered British species like storks, water voles and beavers. And we were going on a camping trip there. And I saw the harvest mice, and I thought, why can't we do that as well? So, and because you don't need a license to breed them. So next, August 2022, which is exactly 3 years ago to the day, I got my first 2 pairs of mice, but unfortunately 3 of the 4 got eaten by the next door's cat. But luckily, the 4th mouse was pregnant and gave birth to 5 babies, and it all sort of spiraled from there.
While it's a big moment for the girls, Chris isn't sugarcoating it.
The mice, well, look, I'm going to be very honest with you. Some of these mice are going to get eaten, but then there's going to be some happy animals that have eaten them. That's part of the parcel of the reason why this project is taking place. What I really hope is that enough of them survive to get out here, get through the winter, and breed next year. And we may see, over a period of time, the establishment of a colony here. There are hedgerows running around this field. Animals like this move through hedgerows. They're sources of safety. Basically, it's harder to be eaten by an owl or a kestrel or a fox if you're in a hedgerow, and that's how they navigate across the countryside. So we don't know. Today could have been, the nucleus of a population of these animals that in a few years, because they breed very rapidly, could spread out into the surrounding countryside here. And wouldn't that be a thing? What a great legacy for 2 young people to leave behind, before they're even 20.
For Emily, the day will always be one she remembers.
I mean, it's been epic with Chris Packham here, because it's Chris Packham, but it's sad that they're gone, but good to move on, I think.
What next for yourself?
I really want to do lizards, but that's highly unlikely, because licenses and stuff. And then, I don't know, but I definitely want to get into conservation work.
Just tell us a little bit about the soft launch and what that means.
It just means that they have somewhere safer to go, so they know where a safe place is if they need it. So,
Of course, there's a lot of predators out there.
Yeah, and because, I think there's several kestrels around here as well, so ideal prey species for them.
And the girls aren't finished yet.
So next year in April or early spring, we're going to buy another 80 off Derek, and we're going to release them. And then in autumn, we will do a survey for the nests. If there are nests, then they've bred and they're here and they're creating a population, which would be incredible.
2 teenagers, a famous naturalist, and a field full of furry escapees. Proof that conservation can be serious work and still a whole lot of fun.